Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. This is Stace, and I'm so glad that you are joining me today. Today's video, we are going to take this Mrs. Fields cookie box and turn it into this little mini album, and I think that it turned out super cute. If you are celebrating with me for the 1,000 milestone party I had here on YouTube, I already did a sneak peek of this, and this is available in a giveaway that I have going on. If you watch the live's replay and enter the word in the comments, then you have a chance to win this still. So before I get into all of the dimensions of this box and how to put it together, let's just kind of go through it. So I didn't have the cover complete during the party, so I went ahead on and fully completed the book. So let's go through that. The primary collection that I am using for this is Maggie Holmes Garden Party. So I just have a little cluster on the top. There's a little circle shaker in the background, and then I have these little, it kind of looks like a starburst coming from the side. I use this die that I got from TEMU to do this. I just cut around it and cut the little part that I wanted. This is not a sponsored video, however, I am a TEMU affiliate, so if you're interested in this die or any others from there, use my code, which I'll have in the description box, 30% off of your first order, and of course free shipping. So that's what I used here in the background. I did layer it with one of the flowers. I think it's from the Garden Party collection. I do also have the digital collection, and I believe that this one is a digital flower. And then I went around it with a gold paint marker. Then I layered a flower on top of that. That flower is from Dollar Tree. I was gifted this little heart with a tiny little bow on it, and I think that that was a perfect spot for it. Then in the background here, I have this little trim that came from Hobby Lobby. And then on another layer here, I have that popped up, and it is a die cut, like a rectangle die cut with the faux stitching on it. And it has like some scalloped edges. That's what's on that layer. Then on top of that layer, I have a ruffle. Then on top of that ruffle, I have sparkle. Then on top of sparkle, this little eyelet with these beads coming off of it, which I think are so cute. I just got this little banner die in, and I love it so much, so I added a little piece of it down here, and I made this little butterfly, the butterfly die I've had in my stash for a while. We just hauled these corners from Hobby Lobby on clearance, so I added one on here, and I also added one on the back, and it's just decorative. So on this spine here, I just have like a little reinforcement paper here for the spine, and I just die cut out 3 hearts in different sizes. This clip right here is actually one of those pin holders that we have also been getting from TEMU. I don't know if I showed these in a haul. I think I forgot to show them. But these are the ones that fit vertically, and I also have the ones that fit horizontally as well. Well, depending on how you use it, I guess they can kind of be either or. But moving on, let's take a look on the inside. I just have some seam binding here. On the inside, I have a little pocket, and I will be gifting a gift in a pocket. And I showed on the live where an actual one of these cookies can still fit in the pocket, just one of them. So I thought that that was super cute. That's the pocket there. And then this is a little embellishment album, so every single thing in here is removable. I wanted to include some flowers, but I created a little jar. I actually think I put the jar down. I'm not sure. This bunny is removable. This bow is removable. All of the flowers you can pick and you can put on your own project. And then here I have some flower die cuts that are already put together, and I think that they turned out super cute. This cluster right here is just a flat cluster. This is also removable. This one is also removable, the entire cluster, and I think that that's so cute, and so is the bow. This is one of the pinwheels that I was doing in another video. I will have that link somewhere above here. This is also removable. So I have these little bunny embellishments, and they are 3-dimensional. They are popped up there, and it's kind of hollow in the center. This is a die that I got from Just LM, who is Lucy here on YouTube. And then I also have these bows. They are removable. Since the live, I've went and added the bow centers to it. And then on this page, I have one of these banners, all on with glue dots. And then here's the back. And then Angelica, who is Crafter's Treats 2017, she gave me the idea of putting a wand inside of here instead of a pen. And so that's what I did. And then I made it way too chunky, and the straw is a little bit short, but that's how that will fit in there. So I think that that turned out super, super cute. And I think that it just turned out super cute. But okay, let's go ahead on and get into how we make this album. First thing you're going to need is one of these Mrs. Fields cookie boxes, and they come in oatmeal raisin and chocolate chip and I don't know what else. But I got this from Dollar Tree. It's 3 cookies that come wrapped in this box. If you cannot find this box and you would like to use chipboard, you need 2 pieces of chipboard that measure 3.5 by 5 inches and 1 piece of chipboard that measures 2 inches by 5 inches. So let's go ahead on and cut up this box, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have my 3 pieces of cardboard, 3.5 by 5, 2 inches by 5 inches, and 3.5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, next you will need a sheet of paper that is 11 inches by 7 inches. And if you have directional paper, make sure that your 11-inch side is facing up. And for mine, I want my stripes going up and down the way that I have on here. And then I'm just going to position these where I want it. Kind of center it in the middle of this piece of paper. I find that this part is a little bit forgiving. It does not have to be exact. You just want to make sure that you have enough of a border around here to flap over, with a little bit, maybe like a 1/4 inch or so in the center as well. Just going to tape this down. I am going to use my double-sided sticky tape that I actually got from TEMU. And let's see how this works. The next thing you want to do is score these prints. So you can use whatever tool you want. I find that when I use this one, I kind of press too hard. So I'm going to try it with this one. Okay, so now I have my score lines in here, and I am just going to now fold on the score lines just to train my paper. And this part I'm going to take nice and slow because I don't really want my paper to tear. Okay, now that all of the scoring is done, I'm just going to take a pair of scissors, and I want to miter my edges here. So just go on an angle here and then out here. Okay, that looks good. And then the next step, I'm going to take my double-sided tape again and just tape all around the perimeter. Okay, so now this is what we have. It's starting to look like a book already. So the next step is going to be our closure. I'm going to use seam binding. You can use ribbon or twine or whatever you want to use here, or no closure at all. I think I'm going to use 2 pieces too. Okay, now that we have that in there and it's kind of dry, I'm going to take another sheet of paper that measures 9 inches by 4.5 inches, and I have that right here. So you want to be able to see just a little bit of border around all of the sides, and I'm going to take some tape again and get this stuck down. Okay, I have my double-sided tape all on here. I also put some wet glue on here, just to make sure that my edges get good and stuck. And also, if I need some wiggle room, if I need to put it down and pick it back up, then I should be able to do that. Okay, and that's good for me. And then I'll just give this a good burnish. Okay. And now I also want to define my spine again. So slowly lifting up on that. All right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is create our book pages here like this. So we're going to need 2 sheets of paper. I am using cardstock paper here, regular cardstock paper. The first sheet that you're going to need is 8 inches by 5 inches and score at the 3.5 inch mark and the 4.5 inch mark. The next paper you'll need is a 7.5 inch by 5 inch, and you'll score at the 3.5 inch and the 4 inch mark. So that's what I've done already. Go ahead on and burnish your score lines. And then you'll take the smaller sheet, which is 7.5 inches by 5 inches, and we're going to glue the outside of the spine. And we want it smack dab in the middle of the larger one. Okay, and when you're done, it should look something like this. Okay, and now we're going to add this to our book. And to do that, we want to take our ruler and go in 1 inch and just make a little mark. So I've already made a little mark right here. And we're going to glue this spine in right on that mark. And so this should be able to close. Okay, and so that is our pages, and now we want to work on a pocket for this side. Okay, I changed up the dimensions a little bit for this pocket because this pocket on here was a little too exact. So when I closed it up, it was a little tight, but it did fit the cookie inside. So let's give this pocket a try. This one measures 5.25 inches by 3.25 inches. On the 5.25 inch side, you will score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4.25 inch, and 3.25 inch. So that's what I have here. That's 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4.25, and 4 3/4. And then you will rotate your paper, and then you will score this at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So that is what I have here. And then we will cut out this rectangle here and this rectangle here. I am not going to miter the edges on this side, and then we will fold this up like a little box. And I'm just going to apply some adhesive right here and here. Okay, so now we have our little box. Okay, and it looks like the cookie will still fit in that pocket pretty snugly, and that's what we want. So now I'm going to go ahead on and apply glue all around here, and then stick it right here in my book. I'm going to do this with some wet glue just in case I need to move anything around. Okay, so I have my pocket as close to this side as possible, and that looks good to me. So that's our little pocket, and our cookie fits right there inside. Awesome. Okay, the next step is going to be matting all of our pages and matting our pockets, so let's get started on that. Our matting layer for the front of the pocket should be 2 1/8 inch by 3 1/8 inch. And then we'll just glue that right there to the front. And then for all of our pages, 3 1/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And then we will need 8 of those. And we will just mat them right here on the front like that. So I am going to glue all of these down, and I'll be right back for the final flip through. Boom. Okay, you guys, and here is our cute album. So let's just open it up. We have our pocket here on the side. And then if you wanted to add one of these little pin clips, you should have just enough room here to do that. And that will fit nicely right there. And then here are our pages. We have lots of room in here to put some thick embellishments as well. So I really like that. So that's what we have. All that's left is to decorate our album. You guys, I hope you like this tutorial. Appreciate you guys for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment in the comment box and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.